Good day everyone, thank you for coming to the channel. Today I would like to showcase one of my many kick assassins. I think kick assassins are very unique in a sense that, if you give them different items, like the talents don't necessarily really change, but like it changes the whole gameplay based on the item. And in a way I think talents are a little bit like lacking, to be honest, but regardless I think it's a very fun and enjoyable style to play. So without any delay, let me show you my gears, my talents, and my items. So my item, I'm using Azurewrath with Burr in it. And the only thing that I really cared about is the 10-0 attributes, which can vary. The enhanced damage doesn't matter on your kick damage. It doesn't boost your damage at all with kicks. So that's why I just went for the 10-0. And by putting in Burr Rune, I get 20% more crushing blow. So along with my gears, I have about 55%, I believe. No wait, 65. Anyways, well, that was my glove. So yeah, 220 life leech and 10, crushing bow with dex and little life. And here's my armor. And I made it in gothic plate for the armor purposes, the visual pleasure, which is one of many reasons why people play the game. And I kind of asked this in other videos of mine, but Diablo 2 Resurrection, like, is it gonna have transmog? I don't think so. I haven't heard anything or read anything about it, but I really wish it did. I think it would be a really, like, huge game changer. But anyways, so here's my helm. I'm using G-Face, and that's where 35% of my crushing blow comes from. So all that, I'll be sitting about 65 with his, this, and like that. And I put a 30 enhanced damage on 9 dex jewel in here. And for my enemy, I'm using a 30 Mara. And with my armor, I mean the shield, I'm using a Phoenix. And the enhanced damage off of this one actually works on kick damage. So there are a lot of information about how kick works. So you guys can go check it out and just know what you're getting into. And one thing I was always curious of, so the gore, if you up it, it becomes the same like boot type, the Merodon Greaves. So the kick damage is same when I look at it. Like when I look at any up gore and look at this, it's like, oh, it's like pretty much identical. But I don't know, like people generally say for Kicksin, Shadow Dancer is better because it's highest damage, and no one ever talks about up gore. So if you guys actually know an answer to this, I would like to know. Please, yeah, let me know in the comment below. And then here's my belt. This is because this tune is based off of the lightning sentry trapper, and I'm adding melee on top. So that's why I'm using all skiller here. And then here's my raven, just 2 off of an attack rating. And here's my ring. It was mostly for FCR to hit a breakpoint, but mana leash here doesn't really matter because I'm using Phoenix. And then glove I had shown you guys earlier. And on the swap, I'm using a 664 CTA with a trash bow. But it's not really trash bow, it's at least 35%. And that's to, hit the breakpoint because it's 10 here, 30. So that's 65. So that's hitting one of the assassin FCR breakpoints. That's why it's set up this way. And my charms, it's all trap lifers. Again, that's because this is based off of the trap abilities. And for my small charms, 2 all resist, Dexters, and then this, I could put anything else in here, but for now it's being put with this. And here's my torch, my Annie. And stat wise, I know it's the 70 on the Gothic plate is a little bit that you need to put into strength. It's only about 5-6 points. But usually every time I use token, like I'll be sitting around like 64 strength. So you gotta just put a little bit, just to hit the Gothic plate. Or if you're using different type of armors, you have to consider how much to put in or not even put in at all. Like breastplate, for example, is really low strength requirement. So you probably don't even have to put anything there. But what does that mean for your other gear slots, right? Because Shadow Dancer is 167 just to equip. So you gotta kind of put all that in consideration every time you choose your armor type. And I put enough to get about 2.5 life after bow. and then rest went into dex. And for the talent, so it's trapper based, so all these are maxed out, and then off of that, I have other abilities to compensate. And here's my dragon talent, that would be my main melee ability. And if I bow, I'll be hitting the 5 kicks. So that's why you want to stay at 23. Or you can max it out. But this is where like a lot of talents, no, I'm sorry. But this is where like a little bit of decision comes, where you could max it out or keep it here. But I guess it depends on the playstyle and what you like. Like for me, when I max it out, it becomes 7 kicks. So like I feel like maneuverability is not as smooth. Whereas when you 5 kick, like the animations, like the time that you're stuck in the animation is not as long because it's only 5 kicks versus 7. And I don't know, I like 5 more than 7. So I usually just stay here. And then just 1 points all the way to Venom, and as I level, I'm putting points more into Venom. And yeah, everything onto here. Now for my Mercenary, Infinity, and nothing else. Just this is a lightning trap base, like I said, and Infinity is wonderful on lightning resistance because like fire resist, a lot of them doesn't break. Cold immunity never breaks. So lightning is the one that you want to break, which is why there's so many lightning sources out there. So Infinity is perfect for that. And I'm using a Fort in a Sacred Armor, and Andy with increased attack speed and a fire resist jewel. It's not a perfect fire resist, but still. And I always say this, with this weapon-based Giant Thrasher, you'll be hitting a breakpoint with this setup as well. So that's the kind of the gears talents. So let me kind of go ahead and do a cow run, Diablo and Baal. So let me buff up. Oh, so yeah, just you do as what lightning, sentry assassins would do, trappers would do. And then on top, like on my trapper, no, usually like I stand around and fire blast instead of shockwave or shockwave, because I don't know, it's all lightning damage, so I want to mix it up. So usually on my trapper I will fire blast. So in that sense, in that fire blast section, now I'm just melee. That's what it is. So I don't know, for me, like I like melee style always, like heads up, like in the grid of things. So I can do that while like I'm using traps and killing things really fast. So it's really like pleasing game style for me. And even in like full game, like 8 people, it's no problem. I mean, on this single, like it really kills fast. So in 8 rooms too, like yeah, I can like clear everything by myself really fast too. And then yeah, if I want to teleport faster, just go ahead and swap, because I have more FCR with my spirit there. And I didn't get any, shadow. I don't know, like some people like it, some people don't. I could get it, but I guess I do find it annoying when the shadow master, right, the master, like he does all the abilities within your arsenal, whereas warrior would only do stuff that you have or in your bars or something like that. So if you don't have mind blast in your bars, like he won't mind blast, which is like the biggest complaint on the master all the time. Mind blast is nice, sometimes it's helpful, but it's situational. And in Baal run, when you're doing the wave and you get those pets, yeah, everyone says, oh my god, get rid of that, shadow master. Yeah, I know that feeling. And plus, I'm not using any claws, so weapon block is pretty much like useless to me. So yeah, I just decided not to invest that far. Instead, just going to Venom. That was my decision. But I think it's definitely up to you on how you itemize. But like I said, on this one, in this style, the trapper is the base. So I believe you don't want to like lose that part. But if you start using different weapons, then it kind of like changes the whole discussion. Like I mean, one thing I always felt about Diablo 2 is that, like, even if, like, you can change, like, one little part about a build, and it does change, like, the whole game style in the field. Like, I had that, thought, like, with other tunes as I was playing. Like, it was, like, switching between, like, Might Merc versus, like, Holy Freeze Merc for Act 2 Merc. And yeah, like, just for that tune, for that, playstyle and the gear and the talents I have, like, this Holy Freeze just made so much more sense instead of Might. So, stuff like that, it just completely changed the game style, So, like, oh, actually, that's my Phoenix Strike Assassin. I kind of talked about that in my video too. Like, before, I did have Might because, I wanted them more damage, just all numbers high, it's like all good and everything, but it's like, I realized, it's like, okay, I'll get weapon block, which a lot of people argue that would mess up your rotation on the charge ups. But if my enemies are slow and they don't even hit me, then I don't have to worry about the weapon block messing up my rotation. Then I could just focus on, landing with about 90% accuracy and just releasing on the second charge all the time for the lightning damage. So stuff like that, you wouldn't be able to do that if you were using Might Merc. Or another thing you can do is you could use a Might Merc and then put on a Doom Runewood. Then the Doom Runewood will do the Holy Freeze, and you'll still get the Might, the plus damage from your Merc. So like, I guess that's one thing with this game, and I think that's why like this game is still going on with remaster that will be released pretty soon. There's no like right or wrong answer in a way. Like, you could do anything you want, and I mean, you could kill a little bit slower than other guys, but hell, if you're having fun with it, just go at it, right? But yeah, this build is fun and kills really well. I can't complain, and has really good survivability. My Phoenix will regen really nice. So yeah. Okay, I think it's almost done here. Okay, let me go ahead and move on to Diablo. Okay. Let me kill as I go too. Yeah, TC85. Oh, wrong. TC85 is that, you never know. Things can drop. And since I can teleport too, it's just, I don't worry about anything. Oh, and one thing, this weapon is really nice against undead. I don't know if you saw that knockback. That's the sanctuary effect. That's the paladin, talent. And this weapon has that. So when I'm running like, sanctuary on this, it's just, because most of the mobs are undead in there. All those like undead warriors, the knights, yeah, like they just stay stunned all the time. So just makes the whole clear like so much more easier. They don't react to you, you just kill them, that's it. Ooh, mana burn. So here we go. Phoenix effect. So even with the death sentry, like, it's a timing as like when you drop it, like when you drop it and when the mobs die within that, like I noticed that it was still like be counted towards, like prioritized towards exploding. But if you don't, then Phoenix would come into effect. Like, from what I understand, there's like a tick, like there's the check tick, like it ticks and check on those stuff, but I'm not too knowledgeable about it, but I have read about it in the past. So it goes through like these checks to see which one should proc first. Should it be the Phoenix, with the life leech, or should it be the death sentry with the course explosion? So like right now, like, see, I laid him down first and I started killing them, so like they would explode first. But see, right now, like there was no explosion, and then the Phoenix took over after. Yeah. That's one thing I noticed over, years of playing this game. Maybe someone knows better about that than I do. Oh, and you know, one thing with this setup, like Phase Blade, as you guys may know, is one of the fastest weapon base, and I have 30 attack speed on that. So yeah, like I don't worry about any attack speed. That's why like I don't even burst of speed, and yet I know with this setup I'm hitting all the maximum breakpoints with the laying trap as well as attack speed. So that's one thing that really, you know, is fun about this build. Like I don't have to burst of speed, that I can put on Fade. And like, you know, for me, like I really like Fade graphic, right? Look at that, you know? Look at that little bit of that. And this looks like a Catwoman almost, you know, this assassin. So yeah, I really like the assassins, and I like their visual look and their abilities too. Like as I mentioned on my video with Natalia set, like I used to run that set before the buff, when the set really sucked. When it didn't have the 30% physical damage reduction, it was 30 damage reduction. And I still loved it, you know. So, but back then, like martial artists were more, you know, like those were the normal assassins. Like, if I recall correctly, back then, like I never saw trappers. There was no traps in, because these were the days before synergies. So there was no synergy, you know. Talents were just they were. So yeah, there was no trapper. Everybody was like martial artists. So people are actually using like, you know, these charge up skills like Tiger Strike and everything. So yeah, I guess it was a little bit different. But yeah, I'm an old guy, I guess. So, it's not that bad killing. Ooh, Grave of Talons. That's. Ooh, I have some stuff. I'll ID them later. And you know, it could be a nice, you know, assassin claw. You never know. Anything can drop. I'm not gonna even like lay traps on this. Oh wait, if you see the damage, my trap damage is about 8.6, and the talent damage is like around there, 2.2. But yeah, like my Merc was going at it, and you know, ooh. And my Mercenary damage, yeah, 7k with a Giant Thrasher, so he hits pretty damn hard as well. Anyways, let me go ahead and kill these guys real quick. Ooh, experience shrine. Ooh. I mean, I hate it, like, you know, when you get debuff, like amp or any debuff from enemies, like you just lose it right away, you know, it just overwrites it. It's almost like you only have like one slot for buff and debuff, and anything new will override it, kind of, you know. Maybe I wish, like, just like any other art, you know, like MMO game, like, you know, you have like buff slots and like there's like buff and debuff. It, that, you know, differentiates it now. Ah, maybe I'm asking too much. Yeah, that will not come on Resurrection. That's changing the game mechanic way too much. Well, yeah, no, they can't do that. Ooh, Grantron. Well, I was supposed to. Let me go ahead and clear my chest first. I think I had too many stuff in there for now. Ooh, not that good. Not much. Okay. 5% enhanced damage. Is this like VLLD, very low level duel? I mean, it has like no level requirement at all, and it gives you 5% enhanced damage. I mean, I don't know if they'll be worth anything. I don't duel at all. So, ooh, yeah, there's another Grand Charm. But I did have a PvP sorceress that I made long ago, and then I got banned. So yeah, that's how a lot of my old stories end with Diablo 2. I had this, I had that, I used to do this, I used to pin the bar, you know, every night, and then oh, I got banned. Like I was map packing, and then, you know, I was like Mephistoing, and oh, I got banned. Like, seriously, I got banned like 5 different times I can think of. Ah, it was a lot of pain. I don't know, just I'm still back to this stupid damn game and opening my wallets even on D2JSP. Jeez. Yeah, I do trade by, you know, generating income with my bots as well, but still, you know, it's like sometimes like when you don't have the money and you want to just build this character, like fuck that, just buy it, just buy the gold and get your gears. So yeah, I'm a culprit. I'll admit I have spent money out of pure just, you know, uncontrollable self-urge to build that too. Because I watched it on this Korean YouTube and I want to try it again. And I want to try it myself. That's why I'm like, oh my god, I want to do it now. Oh my god, let me open my wallet. Jeez. But I don't like buy like the best of the best, you know, like something good at a good price. Because that's what every consumer's mind is, right? Especially these days, you know, with Corona and all. It's tough out there, so. But yeah, like, you know, Griffin. Yeah, I never bought the perfect one. I had owned a few myself, but I sold them all. I figure just one off is fine. Like, you know, 1915 or like 2014. I never saw any kind of difference in the performance. You know, either 2015 perfect drift or 19, you know, whatever. Like, they all work fine. But I guess it's, you know, it's a number thing, right? Diablo 2 is a, in a way, a number game still. So when you see those perfect numbers, you know, just people want to spend money for that. But in actual functionality, like how much, because like the price difference between like, you know, like near perfect drift, like I said, like, you know, let's say like 1915, it's one off. Like, used to be like 100 foreign gold, and then perfect drift would be like 5 to 800. So 100 versus like 5 to 800 for 1% off. Yeah, like, do I want to, you know, have invested that much money into one item when I can split that, you know, over like so many different items and get all the good ones and decent ones? So yeah, I opt to, you know, go for the later one. Like, I don't need perfect. Just, you know, something where I could have a B plus quality and experience the spec and the build to the fullest is perfectly fine. Ooh, so yeah, as you guys can see, just lay traps and lay your less sentry and just, you know, teleport to them, move to them, just kick at it. So yeah, the flow, and I, you know, I always thought like, you know, Kicksins have this kind of flow, and I really like it. And along with the fact that, you know, I have that weapon for sanctuary effect once again. So you see how all the undead like monsters are just stupefied in front of all this. You know, it's just a really good like CC crowd control that just helps me, you know, kill the monsters so much faster and cleaner. It's a little thing, and you know, you may think like, oh, it's like, what's that? Oh, okay, it's only for undead. It's like, oh, it's not much, but when you actually kind of see what that means in effect, because of, you know, the monster composition in different areas of the map and whatnot, like, yeah, actually it kind of means a lot. Like, as you guys can see, like, all these undeads are just, you know, whatever to me. It doesn't, see, look at that, they just all got knocked back, you know. So it gives me time to lay my traps, and it gives me time to get close to them without being damaged, and, you know, attack them while they're just still stunned. So, you know, like I was saying earlier, like, the way I feel in this game, like you just change one little thing and it could change like the whole thing, and change like the whole experience of the gameplay as well. And, you know, I think it's one of those like that here. Okay, here, maybe it should be here. Okay, yeah, it's right here. Oh my god, I mean, when you know, when I see a pack like that, it's like, oh my god, you know, I can't resist, I gotta kill it, right? It's just, ooh, yeah, see, here's a little boss type. Just, you know, when you see a pack, it's just, you know. Oh, and those guys are all undead too. Yeah, undead. So, you know, these black souls that everyone's always scared of, I'm not too scared of them. As long as I know they're being stunned. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, all those explosion guys plus that. Oh. Okay. So it's like a, you know, it's a hybrid, you know, right? It's a caster melee. Wow. That is actually quite a lot here. But thankfully they're all undead. So kind of maneuver yourself around, right? You know, just don't go heads on, just move around a little, find your positions, and, you know, kill. And that's what makes it fun, maneuvering. Because you gotta make the decision. You gotta, like, you know, think about it. Okay, here's the first wave. Like, some people, I guess, you know, they think, you know, like, perfect hammered in that could bail in like Baal run in like 3 minutes is like the most ideal or something, but Yeah, no, I like to play it around, you know. I guess the point of this game and having these tunes is to enjoy their, you know, killability and how they kill, with the flow. So I like to, you know, play a lot of my tunes and just kind of manually level them one by one in a solo game. Yeah, this 94 doesn't seem like a lot, but to me it was a lot. Because, you know, it's like hours of playing, really. Yeah, this assassin is really nice. I really like assassins. And I saw the graphics on the Resurrection, or Resurrected. So, you know, assassin gameplay is not out yet. Only sorcerers, barbarian, and Amazon. And I really wish they fixed Amazon's face off of that grandma face. It seems a little bit better than what I saw originally, but yeah, when I saw that originally, it was ugly. Oh, it was like total grandma face. Okay, the last wave. Okay. Yeah, pretty strong. Okay. I'm just gonna kick at him. I'm not gonna put any traps. Ah. Okay. You see already right there. See how fast it goes? And that's because all that crush and blow. Okay. We're almost there. Okay. There we go, and not much loot. But if you look at my, yeah, see, like I have high dex, so 80% chance to hit on Baal is pretty damn good. Usually I see like 75 to like low 80s at best. So 87% on Baal is definitely on the high side. But anyways, that was a run. Like, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, I hope, you know, this video made you want to give this a try. And you know, you can play around with different itemization too. I think you could swap this with Gore. Given that up Gore's damage would be same as Shadow Dancer damage. Again, like, I don't have an answer to it. If you guys know, yeah, please let me know. I would like to know too. So anyways, I hope you guys stay safe. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you and have a good one.